I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Fox from Kajin Cosplay, and today we are back again with you guys with Demon Slayer.
Episode 8. Yeah, last episode, the first assignment is over. It was sad, you know, having a lot of people die and then having the boyfriend basically grieve the death of his fiancée was harsh. And then he also noticed that basically Tanjiro went through the same thing, or at least a similar thing. And he connected, sort of. Said sorry for judging him. And then Tanjiro was on his way to his next mission, who led him straight
To the final boss.
to the final boss at episode 8. It's too soon.
Yeah.
The worst is, this guy is obviously a demon, but he's pretending to be a human. Or at least, we don't know if his family knows he's a demon, but he's just walking around with a woman, a human woman, and a human kid.
Daughter, yeah.
Who calls him dad, so... oopsie! And he
Yeah.
also transformed a guy, like, in the middle of the street, and that guy is wreaking havoc as he's turning into a demon.
So, what is Tanjiro gonna do now?
I don't know. Let's see. Episode 8.
Okay.
Okay.
There's so much questions, seriously. So,
And some answers too. Some answers.
Kibutsuji
Kibutsuji, I
Kibutsuji
think,
fight an opponent that looks
Fuck.
like Tanjiro.
yeah. He fought in a... I mean, the hair is the same color.
The hearings are the same.
The hearings are the same. Even the style, his hair was longer, but the style was similar.
The main question is, was it an ancestor or was it Tanjiro in a past
How would
life?
it be? You think past lives are a thing in this show?
Or maybe that is Tanjiro.
How? That happened a while ago. How would that be a thing? Unless it's a vision of the future somehow.
You think?
I don't know, like, it depends on where they go with this show, because even though we're at episode 8, I still feel like we are very early in the lore of the whole thing, so we don't really know, kind of like with Hunter x Hunter, you know, they can always surprise us with new stuff. And I don't know if, like, everything is a thing, if visions of the future are a thing. Maybe he fought someone back in the day. Like, that's the most common...
Because you didn't
thing.
ask how he ended up being a demon, how he became alive in the first
he
place.
seems awfully
Because he's the
upset.
first demon.
He seems... Well, I know he's the first demon, so how did he turn? I don't know. He seems awfully obsessed with the idea of being perfect, so maybe that played a role in him becoming immortal, strong, a demon, you know, because that would be his version of the perfect being, maybe. So maybe he did some shitty stuff, some rituals, some messing up with his blood. I have no idea, but maybe he's the one that changed himself to gain that perfect state that he seems to be so obsessed with.
Well, not exactly perfect because he's ill looking. You know what I mean?
He's pale, but that's not...
Deadly pale.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Anyway, so yeah, he's awfully... He seems in control, except when you mention that, but then he's so fucking strong. You know, I was talking about the duality of the personality he shows with his family and the personality he shows when he's not with his family. And I was wondering how we would, you know, marry the two or handle the two in the future. But then they showed us his bad personality right away. So I'm like, I think it's gonna be more awkward. Like, seeing him with his family, it's nice because you're like, oh, how could he be a bad guy? You know, he's so nice. But then you saw him turn a guy in the middle of the street just because he wanted to create a diversion. So, and then he killed 3 people just because they called him... One of them called him sick, you know? So, I think that it's... and it's not gonna be us feeling bad for him when he's, you know, fighting Tanjiro. It's gonna be us feeling bad for the family when he's hanging out with them, because right now he's hiding a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah.
Although we could learn about his past. Like, that's one thing I really love about villains in good shows. It's that there's so much room for not redemption arcs, but understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You know, us getting to understand why he became the guy he is now, and maybe feeling some sort of pity for who he could have been versus who he ended up being.
Yeah.
So we'll get to see. I love that they introduced the idea of other demons also being capable of staying calm and not feeding on humans like they're monsters or something.
I would have been surprised if in thousands of years, no demon would have become like Nezuko.
That's yeah.
But she did say that Nezuko's case is one of a kind. She never said something like that. And all these is she's been alive.
From what she said, she changed her body and she broke the curse. So the curse, the way he explained it, he injects some of his blood in the human body and it makes them go berserk. Some might be more able to, to bear it. Like, he gives them some blood and they can still, they can still talk. They can still interact. Others really don't. They lose it. Maybe it depends on how much blood he gives them. But if he gives them a lot of blood, the body doesn't hold it in that well. It becomes that goo shit that we saw.
I'm glad that now it is a little bit more clarified for me, because in previous episode I thought that maybe the more that they eat human or consume blood, the more that they could become powerful and more reserved.
It's the blood he gives them.
It's the blood. Yeah. It's the blood that he gives them, not the other way around.
Because the girl that's fighting for him with the balls and stuff, she said that she got a lot of blood, and that's why she's that strong. So it correlates. So maybe he gives a lot of blood to some of them, and if they can stand it, they become very strong. In Nezuko's case, she is very strong, so maybe she got a lot of blood, but in her case, maybe she wasn't affected by the curse that the woman she was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why she's different, because she wasn't affected. She got the strength, but not the curse itself. Depends on what the curse is, because we didn't really get an answer for that. But I'm very curious with the lore behind it all, with the story behind how he was created.
Mm-hmm.
I love that we have demons out there who wish to turn tables, who wish to change things and help. It's not a crazy concept. Yet we saw it. Like you mentioned Twilight, and I really don't like when you use Twilight as an example. But
I know, but come on,
it works.
She's a nice demon. She consumes a little bit of blood of humans. She doesn't kill them,
and she's
a doctor. Come on,
and she turns them when they're terminally ill.
Come on, that's freaking Twilight.
But yeah, let's just not take that as a reference or anything further than just, it looks like Carlisle.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, I'm still loving this. We also have, now we have another goal. It's not just running after this first demon and expecting him to give us an answer. Now we have an actual mission that we can do, and that would maybe lead to results. She did say there was a way to change people, but her affirmation is not based on facts. It's based on faith, and so we could be disappointed in the end.
Yeah, true.
We'll see. But now we have to get rid of these two demons with the creepy eyes and the weird balls. So, new characters, new relationships, new missions, and another fight next episode. So I'm excited.
All right.
Okay, so by the way, finishing the thought about the Tanjiro-looking guy we saw, it could be something that happened in the past, but if the show allows it, because that's where we don't really know, it could also be a prophecy or a vision of the future.
That is going to be defeated by a guy with that crazy hair and by freaking earrings.
Maybe.
Yeah, that could be. That
could be. That would be it's almost like faith. If that's it, it means that it's kind of it's faith that Tanjiro wants to go after this guy. If it's not, it's still kind of faith because he looks so much like the guy. It's like his ancestor fought the first demon and now he gets to do it. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see where they lead with that. But they're planting a lot of seeds, and I'm excited to see what they grow into. So okay, Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's going to be on Patreon. Check it out. The link is in the description.
Yep, so don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to watch it now. And if not, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube.
Yes.
So,
next week.
yeah. See you then, guys.